Hey everybody, Logan here. Today I'm covering a controller that was sent to me by, well, none other than GuliKit? GuliKit, I think that's how you pronounce it. You know, I've only read it, I've never heard anybody actually pronounce it, but they reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to review our Elves 2 Pro? Interesting name. They saw my video covering the KK3 Pro, fantastic controller for the Switch, and then when they said, hey, I said, yeah, especially I like that design. Why? Sega Saturn. So that retro design, this is the Japanese version, if you will, because they have the black one that looks more like the American design, but I chose this one because I like that design. We all got used to having the black Sega Saturn controller, so I was like, yeah, sure, let me try this one out. And especially with all these features, it looks promising. So if it's anything like their previous entries in the controller market, I think this one's going to be pretty good. Let's open it up, test it out, find out. Alrighty, let's take a look at the Elves 2 Pro by GuliKit. Now, I was looking over the box and everything that it offers. I'm rather impressed. One, I'm impressed that they actually put everything on the box. Another thing is, I read something on the box that says, hey, you don't need an app to set anything. And I've noticed there are a number of controllers out there where if you want to get the 1000 hertz and all that other stuff, you need to update it with the app or so on and so forth. This, you can do everything through the controller, so that is fantastic. Now, if you take a closer look at the box, you can clearly see it's set up for the Switch. Yes, you can use it on multi-platform, but that is clearly a Switch controller because you have the plus, the minus, the home, the capture. Basically a Switch controller with the Switch BAYX layout. So we are going to test this on the Switch 2. So yeah, I want to see if it connects right away. Otherwise, I do have a backup Switch Lite ready to go. Let's take a closer look at the box. So let's take a look at the side first, because that is, well, what I read first. Brand GuliKit Elves 2 Pro controller. You can see right there, USB-C, 10-meter transmission distance. That's around 30 feet. And 2.4 gigahertz. Switch, PC, Android, iOS. And it has a 800 mAh battery, which is actually pretty good, and USB-C data cable. So that comes with it. Now, if you look at the back, everything's in English. I'm actually really happy because there's a lot of these controllers, especially the ones that come overseas from China, from other countries. They don't always print everything in English, and it makes it more of a pain in the butt. But this one, no, this one's actually pretty good. So if you look, Hall electromagnetic joystick, that's great. Patented magnetic levitation vibration motors. Anti-friction steel rings, so anti-friction rings. Adjustable D-pad, 8 directions, 4 directions. So if you want to go digital or, yeah, I don't have to explain that. Next gen 1000 hertz response time on wired connections. Now that's going to be for PC because the Switch and Switch 2 do not support 1000 hertz at this time. That doesn't mean the Switch 2 might be updated in the future, but as of right now, from my understanding, I think the highest is around 250 hertz, but I cannot confirm that. It's just what I've read, what I've heard from other companies, and so on and so forth. Adjustable joystick sensitivity, dead zone on and off. So you have SS floating D-pad. You have autopilot gaming, which supports recording and series of inputs up to 10 minutes, so it's a macro. Share function and autopilot gaming. Motion aim assistant technology for FPS games on PC. So you have, if you're not good with a keyboard and mouse and you want to use gyro on a PC, this has it. Adjustable rapid fire, so it's turbo button. All-in-one controller with multi-platform versatility, built-in acceleration sensor, 6-axis gyroscope for motion control, support switch wake up. That's always good. That'll be Switch 1, not Switch 2. Anti-slip texture ergonomic grips, large rechargeable lithium battery. Now, one thing here is, let's zoom in without hopefully getting too blurry. All settings are made on controller on the fly with no app and software installation needed. Keep that in mind. That was the same with the other GuliKits, and I think that was pretty cool. So now that all that is out of the way, let's open her up. And there you have it. Wow, that's a lot heavier than I expected. Very smooth. It does have a texture to it, but that's not bad. I actually like the way that feels. The sticks are much smaller than I anticipated, but rather nice. That is probably one of the best Genesis style D-pads. It's got that floaty Genesis / Sega Saturn whatnot style D-pad. I like that. Oh, there is some power. Ooh, nice rumble there. Face buttons are impeccable. Shoulder buttons are nice, pure digital. So everything is membrane. It's got the 4 face buttons instead of 6. I know some people are like, oh, I want the 6, but hey, remember you have shoulder buttons. I actually really like the feel of that. So one thing I've noticed, their retro style, because this is the retro color is what they call it. This is like that same Game Boy S color they used on the GuliKit KK3 Pro. And yeah, so seeing that here, that's still a nice. Why is everything now gray? Everything's like that grayish color. But I like the way it feels in the hand. Now, I love the fact that they come with these cases, and I just realized there's a broken piece in here. Oh, that piece broke in shipping. Oh well. Shouldn't damage or cause any issue. No, not whatsoever. You can still charge it within the case, so that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the back. It has Windows, Android / iOS, and switch mode. You can turn it on or off. We will put it in switch mode. It says you can take that off. Why would I do that? I don't want to take that off. Maybe you can. Okay, interesting. Ooh, it rumbled again. Randomly rumbled. So that is... Does that light up? No, that's the only light up button. Alrighty. Pretty nice. Let's see if we can sync it with the Switch 2. Here we go. As you see, I've got my Switch 2 up here. Now, it's a very simple process. You're just supposed to hold the pair button after you set it to switch mode in the back. Okay, I'm going to interrupt my own video here because the Elves 2 Pro is supposed to be Switch 2 compatible. According to GuliKit, they reached out to me, and once I saw that that email, I was like, wait a minute, let me respond and say, hey, I'm having problems. It says it's supposed to be Switch 2 compatible, but it's not connecting. It's only connecting with the Switch 1, which you'll, well, see in just a moment. And they gave me a link to an upgrade. So you're going to have to download an upgrade patch if you want it to work on the Switch 2. I'm going to link it in the description below so you can upgrade this so it will work on the Switch 2. As you can see, works beautifully. I'm going to just play a little bit of Mario Kart right here just to show you. Everything works just fine. Everything works fine. So make sure you download that update. And well, back to the rest of the video where you see I tested on the, well, Switch Lite. So there you go. So I grabbed the Switch Lite. I don't have a regular Switch set up at the moment, so I did all the transfer. That's why my secondary Switch is a Switch Lite, so that's why you're going to see me connect it to this. So let's go back to this. Now we turn it off. All right, press the off button. Let's turn it back on. All right, it's on. Boom. There we go. All right, so that's kind of sad that it isn't Switch 2 compatible at this time. There was nothing in the instructions or nothing when they sent me a description saying it was. I was just hoping it would be, but it isn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it on whatever game I have installed here, which I think is only 2. So it feels fine. Just it's super responsive, just menu-wise. Okay, not too shabby. D-pad very fast. As is the stick. Little to no dead zone there. Wow. Like super responsive. This is a great retro controller. I mean, it feels like I'm back playing a Sega Saturn. Wow, that is really, really nice. And in my opinion, these are going to be the perfect games to play. Yes, you can use it on almost anything modern. You can use it on your shooters. You can use it on your RTS. You can use it on whatever you want. But in my opinion, this is the perfect game for these retro, modern retro, if you will, remasters, re-releases. I think this is fantastic. I hope I'm going to ask them, so I hope very soon that this controller will be Switch 2 compatible, because I would love to play this on any of the Marvel and Capcom fighting games on my Switch 2. Until then, I will be using it on my Switch Lite, and I just think that is fantastic. Look at that. I mean, super fast response. Now, like I said, if you are going to be using it on PC, you will get the full 1000 hertz. And, you know, you've got your Hall effect sticks, which is fantastic. Some people are saying, oh, but it's not TMR. TMR makes things cost a little more. And honestly, for a controller like this, you're better off with Hall effect. It'll keep the price down. This is also sitting at $44.99 at the time of recording. Regular price is $49, so I think it's $44 if you're looking it up on Amazon. $49 regular. It's been on sale quite often. I would definitely recommend this controller. Yeah, I really like this, and yeah, that's a fantastic. I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised. GuliKit has really done a fine job with all their controllers, whether it's the renamed Zen Pro line, or, you know, just going back to the KK3 or the KK2. All of them have been fantastic controllers, and I really do like this one. I think this is another A+ offering, and it feels great in the hand. And look at it. Like, here you can really see that there's absolutely very low, if any, dead zone. Now, if you are going to be playing a first-person shooter, yeah, you can use it. But if you're going to be playing games like that, I would recommend the KK3 Pro or Pro Max, depending on what you want. But you can use this. I would suggest using it with these retro-style games, and I think that's going to be the best option. But again, I know I sound like a broken record. You can use it for whatever you want. This is what I will be using it for, and now I actually want to play this here. So I'm going to let you guys go. Say thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Maybe I'll do some shorts where I'm actually playing more games with this controller because I like it that much. I am really impressed. Really, really impressed. So yeah, and if you're using it on Switch, you are going to be more than happy. It's extremely comfortable, very good quality. It feels great in the hand. All the buttons are fantastic. Awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless each and every one of you. And like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.